Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus. I am back again. I'm back at this moment. I think I've been here earlier today, but you are just as much in bondage and chains as this morning, as last year, as the day you were born. So I don't have any time to rest. What I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, is as much of the truth as I have been given. I'm not naive enough to think I know the whole truth, but I know enough to know that I benefit from the truth. I know enough to know that I'm being guided to share this truth with you. You know, ladies and gentlemen, if I can get this right, over the past weekend, this is February 4th now, I believe, but we're talking about the weekend, last weekend of January going into the 1st of February 2020, when we were having the presidential impeachment process taking place. And I just wanted to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, you are all familiar with what went down. And you probably got 1,000 different conclusions. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative. Some of you are accepting what went down and others aren't. But what I'd like to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps is something that I'm sure some of you at least thought of, maybe not that many, but I want to put it on all of your minds. Over that period of time, and today is Monday, they have been presenting their closing arguments, and I understand that Wednesday they're going to set the captives free. And here is the message, ladies and gentlemen. The White House, the President, the Department of Justice, the United States Senate, and the Supreme Court Justice apparently have agreed through voting and inaction to permit the President of the United States to approve action above the law. This is white power. They actually allowing the U.S. President to sell this nation, the USA, to sell the Constitution and the people to whomever for his personal concerns without a threat of prosecution. This is white power. These cleared the way for the president to punish his adversaries, his challengers. He disrespects the citizens of this country and then to call to arms white supremacist, racist, hate groups, to give the wealth of the nation to 1%ers, to reduce the 99% to their white power and to the effects of their white inhumanity and fostering on the people poverty, which they themselves create crime and violence and cause others to duplicate, using the tenets of lying and cheating and stealing and killing, murder, hatred, bigotry and racism, terror and war, drug trafficking, prostitution, gambling, keeping people of color outside the borders, selling organs and people, all in the name of white power. All in the name of white power. See, all of these are results of the activities of white power. And it's allowed, because in these particular outcomes, people get a chance to get money. To get money. All about the money. The lies, the cheating, the wars, the racism, the hatred, all about the money. White people who claim to be better than this, they could not prevent it. The good white folks could not prevent robbing the natives. The good white folks couldn't prevent slavery. They could not prevent the abuse of Donald J. Trump against this nation, when abuse is obvious to the world. They put up with accepting that some cannot have the access of education that's required or desired. Same with health care. And as a sign of their power, they hijack some kind of God riding on the backs of evangelicals and fundamental Christians to claim heavenly approval. And now, ladies and gentlemen, white folk, some as evil as Satan himself, and some good, but as useless against the major problems of this nation as always. But they want to be next U.S. president, replacing evil Trumpism and replacing him with good do-nothingness. So I say to you, people of color, you are evil as well. But if this nation is to survive, don't count or depend on white folk. They will destroy it. Others will let it. So America's salvation is in the hands of people of color. So wake up and know the truth, and don't ignore it, for they don't have a clue. Isn't it something? In America, white people have been running everything. Everything. And I don't care how good the reporters report. I don't care how good the statistics state. I don't care how lies go through my mind telling me that I don't see what I see, hear what I hear. All this time, when, listen, I don't mean no harm. Now, I'm just trying to tell y'all some truth. I'm just trying to tell you some truth. I'm not trying to threaten you, because I know I got to love you, my enemy. What I mean by my enemy, those that are trying to destroy me. I got to love you as if I'm trying to save myself. But my point of it is this. At least that part of the history that we have been given, and I know some of it is fake, a lot of it is fake, but the indication is that natives were here, and I'm sure there were others, but your focus were on natives and white people. And white people, as the history goes, came over here, and to make a long story short, they ended up taking and owning the land. Now, there are many ways they did it. Some say they fought, they beat people and claimed it, ran them out of the way and claimed it. Some say they hijacked it, bought it, tricked them. They did all kinds of things, but they ended up with it. White people. Now the next, there are many things that happen in between, but one of the things that at least they teach us in the schools and stuff, is that slavery was happening at the same time. And until this day, they were stealing people, capturing people, buying people, selling people, treating them like dogs. Now who's in power? White people, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know that this is a nation. This is what white people would threaten. That's why they don't want to give up their guns, because they messed over folks and they know somebody's supposed to come back and get them, and they just want to be ready when they come back. So you can stop trying to get these guns. They ain't giving up these guns. But anyway, there they go, all across everything. And when you try to get rid of it by humiliating them, when you throw the moral code in front of them, then trying to play like they're good, they'll try to step back behind the corner and come back with something worse that'll just knock out the fact that they had to pretend like they were giving in. You know, like affirmative action. Affirmative action, we did it to the blacks so long, you did it to the blacks so long, and now people recognize that you're a little ashamed of it because of the way you've been exposed. So you're going to let some blacks in by causing some pain and suffering to some whites, calling it equal out. Man, that's the dumbest stuff I ever heard in my life. White folks know it. That's why they call it reverse discrimination. But the answer, the solution, they don't know what that is. Neither do the blacks. But anyway, here we go. White people, all through the history, the lying, the cheating, the killing, the wars, and all of these things, the poverty. And then you come to a point where the racism, the bigotry, the hatred, and all this stuff has festered for so long until the nation is going under. And a savior comes out of this hell, lifting up the preciousness of the invisible power of God and love, and save this nation. Not a person, but the Spirit of God living and being manifested inside people of color. You know, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to turn it loose. They have said that every race, you know, they separated it from the human race, of people in this country can be successful. They can come in, I don't care where they come from, and be as successful as they want to be, even Mexicans. And you know they really take advantage of Mexicans. But they say black people. And they try to say it as a negative thing to make it seem like black folks just can't get it together. But I want you to know, people of color, and especially you real dark-skinned people, I want you to know what's really going on. See, the thing that's going on is that the truth of the matter is that you are closer to the truth. Now, you don't know that. You do not know that you're closer to the truth. You just are. Nature knows it by the way you act. Sure, people have abused you for so long, you get frustrated, and you don't even go and attack them. You attack yourselves rather than attack those who are hurting you. Why? Because you just don't want to cast that pain out on someone else. It's like being hungry and and you're in the house. You'll go and rather get something from your folks before you go and get something from somebody else. So if you're going to hurt somebody, that doesn't make any sense, but that's what it is. So what am I saying? I'm saying that because you are closer to God, because you are suffering, because you will not stand up and be bodacious, a big bodacious devil, dog eat dog. Nobody's going to outsmart you. You're going to show them how. You're going to stand and be big devil. Now, that's what they do. You don't do that. Yes, they say you keep looking for a savior because there is a savior. But they keep wanting you to think that a savior is a person. They want you to think that a savior is something coming out of the cloud. And it's probably white. Probably looking just like the white people look. Now, I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying that's the way it's been. But it ain't going to happen that way, ladies and gentlemen, because ain't nothing coming out of those clouds. If it means, when you see that, what they're actually saying, ladies and gentlemen, it's a spirit. It's a spirit. And there ain't no spirit coming down here getting on no one person. And they gonna stand up and save the world. No, my friend. It's one spirit, the Spirit of God, expressed through the spirit of love, recognized and claimed by human beings who decide to show it through their living. They become the hands of love, the feet of love, the eyes of love, the voice of love, the doer of love, wherein heaven is made manifest upon this earth. And it does not take one dime from whoever that lying thief is who will trick the whole world to think that money is it. It ain't money, baby. It's being smart. It's knowing what love is. And you don't have to run out of it. You never have to run out of it. And it gives you carte blanche. You don't have to go into debt. You don't have to owe no fees. You don't have to get no credit. You don't have to do anything but be happy. I want to thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me this your time. I want you to know that I've just called on you to engage yourselves in something that is miraculous, something that is uniquely needed here in this country at this day and at this time. I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, something might happen to me. It's all right. But I don't want you to think, even during this presidential election season right now. Now, I know you're going to vote for a Republican or a Democrat. You're going to do that. Ain't nothing can stop you from doing it unless the machine shut down. And it's snowstorm, you can't get there. Other than that, you're going to vote. But I don't want you to think that who you voted for is the answer to your problems. I don't want you to think that they got some strategy, some policy, some finesse that they can go out here and jive with somebody else, be a bigger dog on the block than any other dog, and come back and bring enough back to feed this nation. I don't want you to think that not one of them, together with the Congress, that means the House and the Senate, that means the Department of Justice, the Supreme Court, that means the whole economic system of this country, ran by the people that's running it today. I guarantee you there's nowhere in the world they'd go in the back room and come out with a plan that would say, satisfy the problems of this nation. No way, Jose. If they accidentally crossed the answer, the solution, they won't tell nobody. They don't want anybody to know that. They know that because they would be put down for knowing it. So it's going to take somebody who really know it and who can show it. And that's the other people, the people of color. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, till next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.